All right, all right, all right. I think we're good to go ahead and start here. Hello, everybody. Welcome onto the stream. I'm not a professor, but you can call me Nap. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and hope all the Americans out there had a great Thanksgiving. Because yeah, last week there was no streams because I was a bit busy going home for the holidays or for Thanksgiving. Which was honestly great. It's always great to go back home and see the family, see a couple friends that are back there. Um, and it was just a great time. It was a quick trip, but I'm actually going to be going back in a few weeks anyway for Christmas. So, so anything honestly that I couldn't do this last time, I got to do, or I'm going to be able to do when I go back in a few weeks. So yeah, hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and hope you're all having a great start to the holiday season. As you can see, we have decorated for the occasion. As you can see, it is we got everything set up here. Don't don't look too closely at like the different where the lights are connecting and where the Christmas tree. Actually, wait, hold on. I just realized the tree isn't. Hold on. Hate to break the illusion here, but hold on. Isn't that supposed to be a little... There you go, so you can see the presents underneath it. I could have sworn I adjusted that earlier. Oh well. But yeah, hold on, let me... There we go. Alright, sweet. Yeah, so hope everybody had a great great Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Well, yeah, I definitely had a great time. Had a lot of way too much food, way too much unhealthy food, and in a few weeks I'll be doing that again around Christmas. Yeah, nothing too crazy really happened while I was gone. Just like I said, good to see the family and all that stuff. One thing I am also excited for, though, is what we're going to be doing today with this Christmas theme. So last year, I did this last year, like one of my, I think it was after I did like the Halloween, like reading the newspaper streams last year. I did a special, I decided to do something for Christmas time. And I discovered that the Internet Archive somebody has uploaded almost 70 years worth of Sears Christmas catalogs on there, going all the way back. Some of them go back to like the late 30s, I think, is like the oldest one at like 1939, which is crazy. And I remember last year we looked through mostly like the ones from like the 30s and the 40s, and I think a few like some from the 50s. I don't really remember exactly which ones because we went through a lot. But it was really fun, and like I said, it was one of my first streams I did. I remember that was like one of the first streams where I started to like actually get like people engaging and chatting and stuff like that, which was great. So we're gonna be doing that today as well. We're gonna start with the 50s, and my plan is for our streams throughout December until Christmas. We're going to be going through these catalogs. So today we're going to be doing the 1950s. Next stream is going to be the 60s, 70s, so on and so forth. And the one that I'm really excited for is that there are a few from the early 2000s, which I am personally really interested in because those have stuff that I asked for Christmas. That I specifically, like, I think I looked through one of them like last year, just like on my own time, not on stream. And it was crazy how I was just like, oh my god, I remember that. Oh my god, I remember seeing commercials for that. Oh my god, I had that. Like, all that fun stuff. Yeah. Oh, and something else that happened is the 2025 Twitch recaps, where they tell you both either as a streamer and a viewer who you were watching, what you were watching, and stuff like that. And I wanted to, before we start here going through like all the Christmassy stuff, I wanted to see, I wanted to go through my Twitch recap so we can see what the past year, well, technically it's been, I would say it's honestly been like less than a year technically, because I didn't really start streaming seriously until mid-January this year. And it's crazy to think that we're coming up on a year of that, which is not, it feels so weird. But hold on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to leave our Christmas office, and we're going to go to our camera, our blackboard. All right, yes, here we go. So this is the 2025 my Twitch recap for the streamer side of things. So in total, 375 hours streamed. That's crazy, honestly. I mean, and then I know it's different for everybody. Like, for me, this feels crazy, especially because I was streaming a lot more like the first like quarter of the year, because that was kind of before I set a schedule for myself. And 107 streams, so that means, yeah, I was averaging a little over 3 hours every stream, which was honestly kind of what I wanted. So I actually feel pretty proud of that I was able to kind of be pretty consistent. And distinct days streamed 103. I'm not sure exactly how much that differs from like total stream. Is that like that's probably like counting like days where like I streamed like something happened and like my internet went out and I had to split up the stream. I think that's what that is. It's counting that too. And then look at that, 616 total hours watched, which is, like I said, for me, that feels crazy. That people have spent that much time watching these silly, dumb streams that I do. That is crazy. 616 hours. How many days is that? Hold on, let me do some quick math real quick. On my phone. Here, hold on. So 616 divided by 24. 25 and a third. Exactly a third. 25 and a third, or 2/3, sorry. 2/3 a day. It's 25.666666, so on and so forth. So almost 26 days worth of people watching this stream, which is crazy to me. And then top categories. I'm not super surprised about the Timecaster being top 10%. I'm surprised about 2 Point Museum being the top 10% of that. Maybe I think because like I kept playing it kind of like after the initial hype died down. Also, I don't know if you saw, they're actually getting new DLC this month, where they're adding like a zoo element to it. So that's something we're definitely going to do at some point. But it also kind of throws off my plan for the for the museum that I've been working on, where we're trying to put everything in one place, because I don't know where we're going to have room to put the rest of that stuff. And again, I'm also surprised top 10% reading and writing. But I guess, almost every stream I've done has been either 2 Point Museum or reading and writing. I just feel like there are people who do longer and stream more than me that I didn't think that I would be in the top 10% of that, but that's crazy, honestly. Top stream, 18 viewers. I think that was specifically when this was specifically when Melissa in Denial raided me. Back in, when was that? That was back in April, I think. Wow. Hey, Pirate, good to see you. Welcome on in, and thank you so much for subscribing again. 8 months. Ooh, this is crazy that it's been going on for that long. But thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a good start to your holidays. I was just about to say I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, but then I realized you You're not celebrating Thanksgiving. Or maybe you did. I don't know. But hope you're having a good night and had a good past week. But I think this stream right here, this 18 viewer stream, is the reason why I got affiliate. So I have I'm hugely thankful to Melissa in Denial for, you know, because I don't think without that stream, without that raid, with this raid, I don't think I would have gotten affiliate as quickly as I did. So huge shout out and thanks to her. I have to because my wife is American. That's right. I forgot. Okay, so you do still celebrate even though your wife is because your wife. But does she? But you're still in the UK. So did you have your own like little mini Thanksgiving in the UK then? Or did you go back? Or do you go back to the States for Thanksgiving? Or do you just wait till Christmas? Hey, Ocean, good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Welcome on in. Had to make a turkey and sides. Wow, that was probably a lot of work. Was it just like kind of like a Friendsgiving kind of thing then? Or do you have like other Americans that you're friends with maybe? Or do you give them the American experience? It's late already and got university tomorrow. Aw, man. But hey, I hope everything's going well with university. Don't stay up too late. You need sleep for university. Don't do what I did and like spend way too much time up for 24 hours. Just me and the wife. Wow, dang, a whole turkey for just the two of you? They're gonna have leftovers forever. But yeah, let's see. Top tags here. I'm surprised Chilling. I mean, PNG. I'm not surprised history is there, but I'm honestly kind of surprised that I'm PNG tuber and Chilling stream. I mean, I never changed my tags, so maybe that's why. 5,867 chats received. That's crazy. That feels insane. That's like, hold on, wait. Is that right? That almost doesn't feel right because I've had 107 streams. Hold on, wait, I'm going too far. Hold on. 5,867 divided by 107. That's an average of 54 or 55 chats per stream, which is crazy because I feel like there are some streams where I don't even get like 10. Wow, we've had a lot of people. That's way more than I expected. But that's awesome that you guys are here, engaging and everything. We had it for days. Gave some to our landlady. We had so much. God, yeah, I can imagine. And yeah, leftovers. That's part of the Thanksgiving tradition. Is giving out your leftovers and having the leftovers forever. Maybe you could even help me out. I'm looking for literature about the American Revolution and history, like a book which just provides a general overview, nothing too specific. Ooh, okay. Because all the things that I'm thinking of are like specific. I talk about specific things. The only book I can think of off the top of my head. Hold on. I just want to double check I don't know if this is too specific, but there is a book that I read in high school called 1776 by David McCullough. I'm not sure how. Hold on. Here, if you just type 1776 book, it should come up. I don't know if this is too specific because it does go, it's only about the year 1776 during the American Revolution, and there's a lot that obviously happens. There's a lot that happens after and before that. But it's a good book that kind of talks specifically about what happened in that year, 1776. Also, I don't know. I mean, it's not a book, but it's funny you bring that up, is that in America right now, there's a famous documentarian named Ken Burns who Ken Burns is actually doing like a mini series right now that is a documentary on the American Revolution that's coming out right now. I don't know if you'd have a way to access that, because if I remember correctly, you're in Germany, so I don't know how accessible that would be for you. So yeah, I'm not sure how you would be able to watch that. I don't know, watch Hamilton? It has to be literature, unfortunately. Oh, okay. I googled it and did some research myself. Reddit basically told me that there's no such overview literature. Yeah, I can't think of a book off the top of my head that's just like an overview of like, yes, this is the American Revolution. That isn't like, something for just kids, There are obviously like, like kids books and stuff like that, but yeah, I wish I had more information for you, but unfortunately I don't really know off the top of my head. So sorry. I wish I could be more help. But yeah, so anyway, back to this. So these are our top emotes we got here. I'm surprised the cool one is the top one. I would have thought this one, the looking one, would have been more common, or just the stare. So I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that this one's the top one. Your biggest fans. Let's see. Ooh, wow. Hey, look at that. Look at that, Pirate. You're there, right there in the middle. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, we see some very classic names in here. We got Cottagecore, Neff, Wonju, Coco, Kazu. I mean, everybody here. Thank you guys so much, and everybody else who's, even if you're not on this list, thank you guys so much for being here. Just, even if you just hang out and don't chat, or you just lurk, yeah, it's just great, that anybody is, and I have any fans at all. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I basically have to find information on why the U.S. has no king. That's my task. So whether the U.S. isn't a monarchy. Okay. Okay. You might maybe want to look... You might want to look into books that talk about the creation of the Constitution then. Because that was really kind of... Because the American Revolution was more about specifically establishing independence. Because there were some people who thought, like, during the Constitutional Convention, when they were debating on, like, how they were going to create the U.S. government, that they were deciding, like, oh, should the president be president for life, or, stuff like that. And I feel like that would be more... I don't know if you have to specifically talk about the American Revolution, but I feel like the Constitutional Convention is where... Books about that is where you're maybe going to find more information on specifically why the U.S. isn't a monarchy. So hopefully that'll help. And yeah, look at these raiders. I know we've had other people raid us before, like Neff and Melissa in Denial and stuff, but again, thank you to everybody who's raided, everybody who's maybe followed from a raid or just stuck around a little bit from a raid. And then yeah, 79 raids sent. That's a lot. And then these are my top raiders. Yeah. Cassiel, who we've raided several times. I mean 8 times specifically. It says right here. And Kazu, and yeah, Damien, who is a paleontologist themed VTuber who's really cool and does some really cool, like, kind of, some of his streams he does, like, like fossil carving, like, streams where he, like, carves out a fossil that he has and stuff like that. It's really cool. And then 67 clips, 3 unique clippers. And then the top one, you can't play it on here. It's not gonna, but I know what it is, and we're not gonna watch it. We're not gonna watch it because I know what it is, and I'm too embarrassed. I'm usually asleep that time you rate. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's fair for you, Pirate. I'm surprised, honestly, you watch at all. The fact that you watch, this late into the night for you is, honestly, I'm I'm very thankful for that, and very grateful that you decide to stick around for as long as you do, even if you're just here for a little bit or just a quick hi. 130 followers. Unfortunately, this number does take into account bots, because we do have some people who follow, like, bot follows, and who get like removed later when the account gets deleted, or people who are we've had it a few times where like people have come to chat and are like, oh, I can make you a PNG, or I can make art for you, follow me on Twitter, and it's like they follow back and stuff like that, so those get removed. So what is the clip about? If you go to my, it's my top viewed clip on my channel. So if you go to my channel right now, you can watch it yourself if you want. I'm not going to play. We've played it here before. We played it during my 1-year anniversary stream, and it's go ahead. Just don't judge me too hard, all right? It was a joke. I'm just going to say. God. All right. All right, 13 subscribers, which is honestly way more than I was expecting. And same with the 130 followers. My goal for this whole year was to just get like 100 followers. So the fact that we're not even done with the year yet, and we're at 128 right now, is crazy. So again, thank you guys all so much, everybody who's followed, and whether you've been chatting a lot, or you just lurk, or if you just followed, because from a raid. I appreciate all of it, so thank you guys so much for being here. And 2 hype trains and 16,000 channel points spent. Majority of these channel points were definitely spent during 2 Point Museum. Like probably 99% of this is 2 Point Museum right here. Absolutely. And then yeah, we got affiliate this year, which again I was super shocked. And we got the badge. And yeah, this is the recap right here, which I think I'll share to Twitter maybe tomorrow. What the hell were my eyes blessed with? I know you're not going to believe me, but I only own. I was a joke gift that somebody gave me for Christmas a few years ago. You've seen worse. Well, hey, I don't know if that makes me feel better, but but yeah, this is so this is it for the past year. And it's crazy that I gifted a friend of mine a bromance manga. Okay, yeah, see, okay, yeah, you get it. You get it, Ocean. But yeah. Oh yeah, and there's also the viewer one. So the viewer one. So okay, here I will admit this here. The viewer one here isn't going to be exactly who I watch the most, like overall, because I have a second account, which is my like actual Twitch account that I've had for years and stuff like that, like years before making this one, before making Not a Professor. That's the one that I use like in my casual free time. So the Not a Professor one I only use like when I'm on my computer, and if I want to see somebody, that I'm like some of my friend, like some of the people that I follow through this account. Because part of the reason is because my other account, my real account has my IRL name in it. So so I didn't want to use that when I started streaming. So that's why I had to make that's one of the reasons why I made Not a Professor. And that's why this only says 240. I mean, I joke and say 246 hours, which is still a lot, but me and my friend try to find the worst filth games every year on Steam, and we're not allowed to reject them. So our Steam libraries are filled with heinous stuff. Oh yeah, I've that hasn't been done to me, but I know people who have done that. Docs incoming. No, I'm not gonna show that one. It's gonna be as far as you know, my name is Nap. So that's what I'm going with. 254 distinct days visited. Mostly watching, just chatting, and 2 Point Museum. Co-working and studying and reading and writing. Well, yeah, and I don't even have another one. Or I'm surprised that 2 Point Museum is one of the higher ones. This is my recap. 160 hours watched, 1,559 chats sent. Wow, so you were... Pirate, that means you were like almost a fifth of the chats. You were almost like a fifth of the chats sent in this channel during the year. That's crazy. And 160 hours. Wow. That is also insane. Thank you so much, though, for being... Wait, does that mean I'm in your... That means I'm in your top 5, right? If that's what... Yeah, wow. That's incredible. I didn't think I was going to be in anybody's top 5. But thank you so much, Pirate, for being here. Seriously. And then favorite streamers. Okay, so this is who I was watching the most. Kazu, you know, we mentioned earlier. And again, it's not that much, you know, compared to what I normally... You know, on my other one, which I'll talk about in a sentence. But we have Melissa in Denial here, who is a great she's an Egyptologist who does streams that are really cool. She does lectures talking about like various things about ancient Egypt, and also plays games like Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the Egypt one, and other like kind of archaeology Egypt games. She also plays 2 Point Museum and stuff like that. Almontis, who is a fan of and has been here a couple times, or more than a couple times. He's a really awesome streamer who is actually, unlike me, he actually was a professor, and is now also a streamer. And he was a sociology professor, and he has really cool just chatting streams talking about just like, and it's, you know, just really cool. He's also a really awesome and talented calligrapher, and does like calligraphy like art streams, which are really cool. So I highly recommend him. This is my top emote, apparently. Hey, you know, somebody's got to use it. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. And then this right here, Everything Now Show is actually they're an improv stream. It's very hard to explain it. Everything Now Show, just talking about it. Everything Now Show is a bunch of guys who do like green screen based like improv. And it's so funny. They're really, really talented. And they have it where like, you know, Twitch chat can like kind of control like, you know, the improv. Like they can do certain sound alerts that trigger certain things that they have to do. It's really funny and really creative, because when it comes to people who I watch like the most, I always go for people who are doing something unique and creative. And I think that's kind of what all these people, you know, for the most part, like represent here, you know. And then of course the top, we have Henya the Genius, who's a VTuber that I watch. And I think the only reason why she's number 1 with 19 hours is because I watched her Ditch Patch playthrough through this account. But she's also in my other one, I know for sure. So yeah, 1,000 chats sent overall. And my top emotes are... I don't know how selfish it is that my top emotes are my own, except for Almontis's like tank one. And all the clips I've made are of myself. Yeah. And hold on, I'm not going to show it on screen, but I'll read out what my other Twitch recap is.
Wait, let me...
Oop. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so for my 2025 Twitch recap on my main channel that I use is 1,247 hours watched. And then distinct days visited, 366, which means I was on Twitch at one point every single day, which I don't know how I feel about that. let's see. And then number one streamer that I watched, 405 hours, is a VTuber by the name Zentreya, who I watch, who she's really cool, really unique, really awesome. Has done awesome stuff in terms of like technology and like art in like the VTuber community, and like is just really unique in how she does things, and it's just really great improv work that she does like on her streams. Is great at back and forth with her chat. Just overall really awesome. Second most watched is Iron Mouse, popular VTuber, 205 hours watched. And Iron Mouse is actually, it's funny with her, I've actually been on her stream before. That was one of the first things I did before I started live streaming, was I sent in a video where she was doing a thing where like you can send in a present or do a presentation on a various topic, and I did a museum related presentation and she watched it on stream. And she's just a huge inspiration for what she's able to do, what she's been able to do with streaming and everything. And because she, has been through a lot. She has a medical condition that has mostly limited her to, what she can do. But despite that, she's been able to do so much, and it's really inspiring. So definitely check her out if you can. Yeah, I showed that on our anniversary stream. Hey, have a good night, Ocean. Thank you so much for being here. It was always good. It's good to see you. And have a good rest of your week too, and good luck with your university work. And hopefully you find what you're looking for about the American Revolution. And then Henya, my number 3 is Henya the Genius. 134 hours watched on that account. And then Everything Now Show is also on that. One is my number 4 with 126 hours watched. And then my 5th one is a VTuber named Silvervale for 116 hours watched. So, yeah. That's basically... that basically kind of sums up my whole thing. But, yeah, so I think we're done looking at that. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get what we were going to do today, which is Christmas shopping. But not just any Christmas shopping in the past. All right, so we are going to look at today, we're going to go through some of these catalogs, and we're going to see what we want to add to our Christmas list, what cool and unique things are we going to find, what, old fashions, or what kind of old toys. I'm going to put out a prediction right off the bat that we're going to get some, like, toys that are, like, crazy chemistry sets made with, like, crazy suspicious chemicals. Because I think we had a little bit of those last time we did this last year. But I have 2 pulled up, and we'll see how far or how long we do this, or how far we'll get. We have 1952 for this one, this year's catalog, and then 1958. So two different ends of the 50s, So we'll see how things change, and if there's that many, that much of a difference between, the 6 years. Because, I've always believed that, it takes about, 2 years for a decade to really kind of become its own thing. For the first year or two, it's still kind of you still see a lot of the old styles from the previous decade kind of in those things. So that's why I wanted to start with 1952. So let's go ahead and let's see what we can find. And let me know if I need to zoom in so that you can see things better. Wow, right off the bat, that's a crazy contrast with just the color and it's kind of not even black and white. It's it's practically yellowed. And then this guy, this guy is very happy. He is very happy to get his shirt. And unfortunately, these were not uploaded at the highest quality. So like if I zoom in, it's a little hard to read. Oop. Yeah, it's blurry to like the text it's readable, but it's still pretty blurry, unfortunately. 196 thread collared shirts for $2.95. Ooh, and $3.95 over here for these plaid ones. Oh wow. And we got more. Okay, so I think they're probably going to use all their color for the for the clothes, because that's the thing. Like with these ones, it's like, okay, it's a black and white photo. I don't really know what it looks like, because they, like it says here, you know, like blue, tan, green, but it's like I don't know what. I don't really know which one is which. I have no idea which one is which. Oh wait, A, B. Okay, no, okay, so. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's like, okay, they have the ABC, but the ABC is referring to this one, this part right here, like each column. So yeah, so you don't even know what the colors are. But ooh, wow, look at those ties. Like the duck, you got ducks on this one, sailboats on this one. I actually kind of like the sailboat one. Is that, oh, it's a horse. It took me a while to figure out what that was. I honestly couldn't tell for a second. We got the horses there. Some colorful, those are some very bright and colorful bow ties. Oh, and some, again, a horse towel to go with your horse tie. It's weird. It feels like this is like cut off, but it's like, I think they just did that but it's on purpose. I thought it was like something weird with like the scan, but no, it's actually cut off right here. They cut off because they want to focus on like the shirt and tie. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, yeah, see, so here you can see the colors. Here you can actually see the colors and you can tell what you're buying. Wow, yeah, a lot of very colorful. Yeah, they're using all their color, I think, in the front here, so for the clothes, so that way you know what you're getting. Ooh, wow, yeah, look at these guys. Okay, yeah, this, hold on. Whoops, no, hold on, go back. Okay, this design is still popular. This is from over 70 years ago. And I've seen this like white, or the, sorry, not white, Jesus Christ, I'm colorblind. This red and black like plaid design like has been popular again the past few years. Like it's been everywhere. I mean, plaid in general, I feel like is kind of like plaid designs for the most part have been pretty popular. Are these vat dyed wash fast colors, 4-star feature shirts, button or zipper style? Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that's a zipper. Whoa, so you can have like zipper styles for all your normal button up. Pilgrim corduroys, suede, cotton, sports style. Good for hunting, good for fishing while you're outside. Ooh, yeah, look at those colors. These almost look like bed sheets. Actually, you know what? I just thought about it. My flannel, I have flannel sheets right now on my bed because it's, you know, winter, and I put, because they're warmer. They actually, my flannel sheets almost look exactly like this. But I think like the squares are smaller. Almost looks exactly like this gray and white, like plaid design right here. That's funny. And look at that, $3 whole for these shirts. Some of them are only like less than $2. Nowadays, you have to go to like a Goodwill to get those type of prices. And you're lucky if, you know, you're lucky if it's like actually a good quality. Wow, yeah, look at these. Got the sweaters. Got like the Mr. Rogers sweater going right there. Wow, look at him lounging. Look at him lounging, watching. Wow, this is when TV was like this is 1952. TV was like brand new. So he's like lounging, watching the TV, has a book. Are these like, oh, these are pajamas. Oh, dang, he's unbuttoned. Oof. Wow, these pants are so high-waisted. That is such a high waist. Yeah, pajamas. So this is all from the company Pilgrim. Which maybe, you know, they had a deal. Maybe they had a deal with Sears so that they could advertise in here. So more... He doesn't look... Because he can't see what he's sitting on, I don't know. It just doesn't look natural, him right here. Let's see. Ooh, look at these robes. Whoa, wait, what is that design? Hold on. What is that? Cotton crinkle crepe. Smart ripple design, bold diamond design. So I'm guessing that's the diamond. Oh, it's ripple. So it's designed to like... Oh, I thought it almost looks camo. It almost looks like a camo robe from like this, how it's like, you know, displayed here. But yeah, again, you don't know what the colors for these looks like. So I feel like buying clothes in these types of magazines at the time, it's like you're gambling on like what exactly the color is going to be, because you can't just say it's like blue, because there are so many different shades of blue. Oh, and then got underwear, of course. Gotta be properly covered. And then we got coat and nice dress pants. Ooh, look at that. Hold on. Is that a trench coat? Unconditionally guaranteed. Vine. Oh, plastic. No, it's just a plastic rain cover to go over your jacket. Jesus. Or no, it's the whole jacket. Conditionally guaranteed a new coat if it rips or tears. Oof. There's no way this jacket like survived to like the present day with the old plastics that they were using back then. This thing is definitely disintegrated, or it's like it's either disintegrated or it's so fragile that it like has lost all its elasticity, and like if you try to move it, it'll fall apart. Ooh, wow, look at this. These are leather, right? They almost look like they're made of rubber, and that this is like inflated. It's like he has like a muscle suit underneath this one. Yeah, these are all leather jackets. 27 bucks. Hold on, let me pull up an inflation calculator real quick. Okay, so this is 1952. What is, so yeah, so the most expensive ones here I think is the $27 one? No, okay, no, there's a $33 one. Okay, so $33.95 is the most expensive. So let's just say 34. So $34 in 1952 is $416 today. You know, for a really nice leather jacket, that kind of makes sense. I feel like for a nice high quality leather jacket, that could make that, you know, kind of makes sense. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't buy clothes that much, so so I don't really know in terms of clothes like what's a good price or not for things. Got some more sweaters and jackets. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Look at the hats too. Oh, we're probably gonna get hats in here too. So these are for like warm jackets and everything. Got like the trench coat and everything. All weather coats. More coats. And that's the other thing too with these, like, because these are mostly like drawings. They're illustrations. They're not necessarily like photographs of them. Or it's because they've been like colorized that they look like drawings. But yeah, they look almost not real, or like they look not real because they've been colored. But it's kind of hard to tell the texture. Are they like? I think they're fluffy, or they're like soft, or they're wool. Okay, that makes sense. It actually they're woolen. Yeah, they're woolen, so that actually makes more sense. Hooded parka coat for the really cold weather. More leather. Again, the really high... That was apparently the style in the early 50s, is the high-waisted pants. Whoa! Are those socks or are those shoes? Hold on. Slipper socks? Slipper socks? Hey, Neff, good to see you. Welcome on in. Welcome. We're currently looking at 1950s Christmas catalogs to see what we want to add to our Christmas list. And I'm honestly thinking about these slipper socks. Is that still a thing? I feel like I've seen that somewhere, but like they're like moccasin kind of style like slippers, but they're also socks. If it's not a thing, we need to bring this back. I'd honestly wear these. And look, they have like cute reindeer designs and everything. I'd wear them. Better than just these regular socks. Because, I mean, I'm wearing slippers right now and socks. Why can't I have something that combines the two? It's like those terrible, like, hiking running shoes that have, like, the toes. Like, the toe-like shoes. Like, toe sock-like shoes. But it's a slipper. And thankfully you don't see the individual toes. Got some more socks. Socks for Christmas. Now we're getting into, like, the more, like... practical stuff for men only. No girls allowed here. You can't read this section. You can't buy these things. These are for men only. We got, I mean, so like shoe mounts, hooks. These are like display things, aren't they? A shaving kit, it looks like. Umbrella, shoe rack. What else? We got some brushes. Easy to mail servicemen's gifts. For his convenience, hangers, shoe racks, hat racks. Okay. And then we got handkerchiefs. That's right, because everybody had handkerchiefs back then. Because were tissues the thing yet? Because honestly, a handkerchief, like, to me, is like, I'm not even that germophobic, but like handkerchiefs to me, for some reason, are just like really like gross. Just the idea of like, I don't know, just having that in your pocket, especially after you use it, just really grosses me out. Let's see. Oh, we got some shoes. Rain boots. Snow boots. Those are some tall snow boots. Yeah, these are some tall boots. $14, $15, $10. 10 whole dollars for these things. More shoes. These are all like slip-on shoes. For probably just being around the home. Romeos. Never wear their welcome out. Good for boys itching for slippers like dads. For men's leisure time ease at low budget prices. Boys Gold Bond cowpoke boots. Interesting how they have like the high heel on the back of them. I feel like that's kind of gone away. Whoa, yeah, look at all these. So you can tell that brown was like I mean leather. I guess it's leather, so that's why they're all brown. Brown was the main style. Oh, wow, and warm-lined. You got some with zippers. You got some that are just straight up slip-on. Now we're on gloves. Good old weather gloves. Knitted mitts and fur-lined gloves. Box belt sets. Whoa. So it's not... Whoa, wait. Oh my god, wait. Is it just initial buckle? Whoa, wait. Hold on. Sterling silver, initial buckle. $3. Less than $3. Belt of... Pivotal... It's a little hard. Unfortunately, the quality of these isn't the best. It's a little hard to read. Oh, wait, right here. Choose any initial. Oh, the initials are on all of these. I didn't realize. Yeah, there's initials here, here, and here. So these are all initial-based ones. So choose any initial except I, O, Q, U, V, X, Y, Z. Oh, what? Why specifically those letters? Why are those letters... Why are those letters out? That's weird. I can maybe understand X, because it's a little hard, but, like, let's hope you... either first or last name, let's hope you don't have any of those letters. And, you know, Javier's or, Ingrid's or... I'm trying to think of Isaac's. You know, they unfortunately get all screwed with that. And belt set, so it includes like cufflinks and stuff like that. Pilgrim Western style belts, yep, because it's 50s. Wait, is this a belt with a picture in it? Pilgrim dress belts, top grain cowhide. Hold on, wait, which one is that? 13. Initial memory belt. Maybe the shape is not rigid enough for the silver to not buckle with the pressure. Okay, maybe. But I feel like for example, like the O and the Q, the shape isn't that much different than the D here. Because the D is like curved, you know, and has like a bit more like, you know, like a flatter side. But like you just kind of have to straighten this out a little bit and then you have an O. And then add a little tiny thing, dangly thing at the bottom and you got a Q. Huh. Yeah, it is a locket belt. How would... I don't know why you would have the locket down there, though. That seems... like you can't... because you can't really look at it. And you can't look at it in public because people are going to think you're a creep. Unbuckling your belt to look at your... look at the picture inside. Exactly, Pirate. Close to the male heart. Yeah. Oh, wow. Jeez. I mean, just put the pictures in your wallets, like in these ones. Look at that. Yeah, you can have... Whoa, and look at all these ones that have, like... Oh, look at all those keys. All those, like, individually hanging keys and not like a key ring to keep them all together. That's what I would do. Some nice leather wallets. Of course, you gotta have the Western style, the Roy Rogers style. Yeah, the quality of old leather wallets is really good. It's depending on, you know, how much they were used, because unfortunately wallets, they do get used a lot and they can wear. But the thing that honestly goes bad in these wallets first, rather than the leather, are these like plastic sleeves inside. I've actually had to work with some like old kind of like wallets and like photo holders like these, and it's this like plastic that like yellows and starts like degrading, and like it becomes very brittle compared to like the rest of the wallet. So that was honestly where you have to be more careful with these old wallets. Not laminated leather like a lot today. Yeah, these are going to be like proper, for the most part, real leather. And I like the like embossing on these with like the cowboys and everything, because of course it's the 50s and everything's got to be cowboy themed. I wonder. Ooh, this will be interesting to see, because this is 1952. I wonder if when we get into the late 50s, if things will start to be more like space agey. It's going to be like, like in Toy Story, where things go from cowboys to space and the public's interest changes. We'll see if that happens. Travel kits. Okay, these are nice. Again, leather. Two-piece set. A nice leather container. Look at these classic pipe holders, because everybody smoked back then. Smokers' gifts. A wide selection. Yeah, all these like ashtrays. We're probably going to see a lot of ashtrays in these ones, because a lot of people smoked back then. Oh, and then the lighters. Then you have all the lighters for the... Whoa, look at that! Pen lighter! Ronson pencil lighter. Or it's a pencil. A Roman cigarette lighter... Or Ronson, sorry. Ronson cigarette lighter and a superb mechanical pencil streamlined into one. Always at hand to write with and to light with. Wow. That's actually really cool. I mean, I don't like smoke or have a lighter or anything like that, but I do appreciate like the designs of some of these like old lighters. This one's cool. This like it's a desk one. Oh wow, yeah. You got one here that actually holds cigarettes. And all these other ones. The classic, like, steel. Oh, whoa, and look at these pipes. Whoa, look at this one. That's a dude's head. You got the bowl one right here. You got the... Oh, look at these, like, kind of like corncob style pipes. I only have a lighter for the wife's candles. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any candles, so I don't even have... I just realized, yeah, I don't have a lighter, I think, like, in my apartment. But then again, I don't have anything to light. Like, if there was, like, say, like a power outage or something like that, I guess I would just be screwed. Let's see. We got some more... Oh, these are cigarette, like, and tobacco holders. Yeah, they're tobacco pouches, okay. And all the different tobaccos, cigarette holders, colognes, and shaving kits. Oh, Old Spice. I always forget that Old Spice is as old as it is. Because, yeah, that's the classic Old Spice. Tangy and masculine. And then shaving needs. Oh, whoa, it's a mirror. These are shaving mirrors, and this one has a light built in. Deluxe electric shave mirror. $7. Men's grooming aids, yeah, so brushes, grooming aids, nail clippers and stuff like that. Cufflinks, jewelry for men. Got some bracelets, charms. Yeah, more cufflinks. That's all that they are, basically. Cufflinks and some bracelets, and maybe like a chain for like a watch or a pocket watch. And you can put you have different things. You have initials, you have a sword, you have bird, like ducks, fish, gun. Pen? That's a pen. What is that? Is that like is it like a sailing knot? I think that's a sailing knot. Were pocket watches still popular at this time? I mean, they weren't as popular. I mean, they're more common, I think, than they were today. But I think by this point, wristwatches, I think, were kind of more popular. But people still, I think, some people, I think, still had pocket watches. Oh, there we go. The silver sets. $36. So this right here is a $400 plus set compared to what we looked at earlier, because $34 is $416 today's money. So this is like probably almost like $450 roughly, maybe a little less, and that's on sale. So it's 36. It was, hold on, what was it? It was 45. Now it's just $36. And these are the silver, the sets of silver that, that, grandpa and grandma bought way back then that the grandkids don't want. The silver that's been passed down that, like, nobody wants anymore. Was there still whalebone used in high-end sets in the 50s? I think so. I mean, during that time, you do start to get, like, imitation with, like, plastic, but I don't think there were any, like, like, laws against it at that time. And I don't think any of these have, like, ivory or ripple. I think they're all solid silver. Yeah, and you have, like, the platters and the tea and coffee service. Salt and pepper shakers, all that stuff. I've had to polish, not for museums, but for, like, because we wouldn't do it at a museum, but at a place that I lived, where the owner had, like, a lot of silver, and, like, had silver trays almost exactly like this, like, almost this exact, like, similar design. I had to, like, polish these, like, once a year. And honestly, I kind of like that work. I like doing that kind of, like, cleaning work. It actually was very satisfying to, like, clean it and see, like, the spots where it was getting shiny. But God, doing it for, like, some of the huge sets in here. It's funny to see that the Fat Santa images at this time are a lot smaller than now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like early versions of Santa, and this might be, like, more like early 20th century versions of Santa, I don't think they really describe him as being, like, big. Like, I don't think he's seen as, like, a jolly, I think now he's seen as, like, like, the stereotype is, like, the jolly fat man, I feel like that's more of a later thing. And yeah, like, I mean, by today's standards, he's pretty normal. All right, so now we're at women's jewelry. So we got, like, bracelets with these, like, lockets, heart-shaped, some diamonds, 10K yellow gold rings. You would love painting figures, the feeling of seeing the gray go to color. See, as much as I think I would, I have, like, negative artistic ability, and I don't have, like, a good, like, steady hand for that kind of thing. So as much as satisfying it would be, it would look terrible if I tried to do it. All the satisfaction of doing it would be, like, negated by the fact that I would do a terrible job. Because I am not artistic in the slightest. I wish I was, but I really am not. All right, so now we're in like kind of like the women's jewelry. So we got pearls here, a lot of pearls. Diamond and charmed like necklaces. Whoa, colored pearls. And jewelry boxes. Jewelry boxes with like, is that like, is that a fabric interior? And you can personalize it with your initials. All items described on opposite page. Tradition cultured pearls from living oysters. Beautiful simulated pearls. Okay, so these are fake pearls. These are all fake. These ones are all fake pearls. Thought that as well until they said I had to do it as part of my injury rehab. Really? And how does that, I'm curious, how does that like help with, is it just kind of like help you get like your motor skills back? See a lot of personalization back then, less generic off the shelf. Yes, you're right. I think you're right, Pirate. Yeah, especially with the initials and stuff like that. Oh, and a lot more like colors. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at all these. Just look at all the options. And then, yeah, stuff for children and teenagers. You got like Masonic rings and stuff like that. Class rings. You got all the different birthstones and new and zircon rings. Ooh, whoa, okay. Now we're getting more into like household items. Got some clocks. Ooh, I like the collapsible one. It helps strengthen the grip and holding the small items as well as fine motor skill, and because you're concentrating, you can go longer without noticing. Okay, that makes sense. So maybe I just have to injure myself and then I'll get myself to do it. I have a friend though who like he has so many unpainted minis. Maybe I can just like borrow some of his and get him to do it. Or get him to show me how to do it. I like the collapsible. I like the collapsible one here. I do have a thing for like these old style kind of like analog clocks. Then you got the classic cuckoo clock here. Let's see. It's a black hole. Once you start, hard to stop. Oh yeah, no, my friend is a testament to that. He has so many. And I don't want to get to that. Like, I like to think that I'm pretty good at like not buying things. Like, I'm very good at convincing myself not to buy something. Okay, so these are all the wristwatches. Wow, some of them are tiny. Like, some of the faces, you know. But yeah, as you kind of mentioned earlier, Pirate, there is a lot more, like, just variation and personalization in this stuff. And I'm curious if we're going to see that change kind of, like, as we go through these, like, through the decades. And look, yeah, you got different like watch chains or watch bands. It's mostly metal. I'm noticing. Not so much like, I mean, you have like one leather strap here, but it's almost all entirely like metal watch bands. Okay, now we're starting to get some leather ones, but it's almost majority metal. And see, look, they have see, look, we do have pocket watches. for boys and girls. I have a wife to tell me no. Hey, you know what? Maybe I just gotta get one of those, and maybe that'll stop it. Ooh, binoculars. Whoa, this is... How expensive are these binoculars? $39.50. Hold on. $39.50. What is $39.50 in today's money? Ooh. These binoculars right here are $484. Jeez, that is crazy. And that's the sale price. They were more. My friend uses his great-granddad's pocket watch. That's cool. I don't have a pocket watch, but I do have one of my grandfather's watches. Like really nice watches that I wear on like special occasions from like the 50s. And a ring of his too. Yeah, dang. Oh, whoa. These binoculars are $119. Hold on, what is that in 1952 money? Oh. These binoculars right here, in today's money, are $1,458. That's... You could get, like, a really good TV and, like a console for that price. You can get a pretty good PC for that price. Like, Jesus. Oof. Jeez. Oh, look at these pens. Oh, new leak-proof Papermate pen. Whole $1. Hey, we still do have pens that are like $1, so... But these are like the fancy kind, and these are like the fountain pens you see down here. These look like they're the ballpoint. I have one from the 30s from my granddad, but I'm too afraid to wear it out. Oh yeah, no, I get that. I mean, that's why the one that I wear, I only wear it for like very special occasions, and that's it. Because I don't want to risk breaking it or losing it or anything like that. Okay. So then, let's see. We got some travel sets, some suitcase sets. Wow, look at the fabric. They got fabric lining in them. Secret removable zipper. Got like suit carriers, makeup bags. I do like the kind of style of these like old like kind of hard shell like suitcases, which I feel like is coming back. I'm noticing now that like for a while, like for a long time, like most suitcases nowadays were like fabric, but now a lot of them are kind of becoming like the hard shell, like kind of plastic kind, which I'm personally not that big of a fan of. Because I feel like you don't get nearly as much flexibility when like packing stuff with it compared to the fabric ones. And then these are all leather ones. Leather suitcases. Leather trout. Whoa! Are these personal hair dryers? Hair dryers with folding stands. $34.95. Okay, yeah, so this is like $400 to have your own, you know, something you'd see like in a salon. Then yeah, the makeup mirrors, other mirrors, brush sets. So I think now we're getting into like women's. Oh no, I thought maybe we were gonna get like into like, you know, women's stuff, because like the front part was all men's. I thought like after that, like, okay, we'll get into the women's stuff, but maybe the women's is like the back part of this, and the middle is like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different stuff. Are these music? Oh, these are music boxes. And other just like musical devices. You got one that's like hold your rosary beads, it looks like, for the different ones. You got that's like a Marilyn Monroe style like one right there. And you get the German Stein glass and other musical toys. Large musical candy dish. Yeah, these are all music boxes. This one's as hell as your cigarettes. Plays a little tune as you destroy your lungs. Beauty gifts for her. Okay, so now these are like perfumes. And again, this is the one that they make colorful, which I guess you kind of want to do for like the perfumes and soaps and stuff. Make them pop and stand out. Ooh, and these mirrors. You got the travel set in the shape of a heart. I swear my grandma had like a set that was very similar to these. Like this type of like brush and mirror and stuff like that. I swear she had something that looked like very similar to this. And these are any item on this page only $1. Oh, wait, okay, so you can get for $1 you can get things like, hold on, let's see.
Any item.
Whoops, nope, don't read that. I don't need the TTS to read this. So it's a sewing kit, another sewing kit, a locket key ring, a light, like a flashlight kind of thing. Oh, for like your bag. Clear plastic thread box, sewing box. It's all sewing stuff. Purse hanger, or purse arranger, so you can put it in your. You can put that in your purse so you can keep your stuff organized. Clothing rack, an umbrella, a child's umbrella. 16-garment bag, a suit cover or a dress cover, women's clear plastic shoes, or boots. Oof. Clear vinyl plastic rain cap. And then a lace handkerchief, some other handkerchiefs. I mean, for $1, that's, you know, some of the stuff isn't bad. And these are the other Oh, God. Milady? Oh, God. Back when Milady was probably, you know, like a normal thing to say and not basically the meme that it is today. Ooh, wow, yeah, look at those colorful rain jackets. Yeah, rainwear. Got the colorful umbrellas. Nighttime wear. Be all comfortable. It's also interesting to look at like the hairstyles too, because like all the hairstyles are like kind of like, this is like kind of the shorter hair, which I feel like we kind of associate with the 50s kind of. I don't think it really gets longer until like the 60s. And you start to kind of get like the longer women's haircuts. And yeah. More nightgowns. More nightgowns. But again, you can't. I mean, I'm assuming most of these are white, but like, or are they just white and black? Because you can't really tell what the color is in these photos. Wow, yeah, a lot of nightgowns. And you got heels, nylons. A lot of nylons. Got some colorful sweaters. Got some more sweaters and jackets. Then some blouses. These look like the type of blouses you would see like in like an old movie, like a secretary like kind of wear. That's what it reminds me of. And you got skirts. They're also high-waisted. So I guess that was just like the style at the time, where everything in both the like women's skirts and like guys' pants were all like high-waisted. And even her pants are high. Yeah, look how it's crazy how high people would wear pants back then. And you got it mixed with the plaid. And you got these whole dresses and everything. Wow. Again, very cool, but like, I don't know what these colors are. Oh, know what the colors of the shoes are. Dang, that's a very bright red. Everything is red. Most of these are slippers. Oh, and these are children's and nursery. Okay, these are like children's ones. Got the cowboy boots. Oh, okay, look, we do got a space one. We got our first space-themed thing. We'll see when we get into like maybe like the toy section if there's more cowboy or space stuff. And yeah, you got the Christmas themed slippers. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about the clown the clown shoes. Literally. These are literally clown shoes. The cat's kind of cute, and the bear one, and the duck. Actually, the ducks are pretty cute, I will admit. But clown ones, I'm not a fan of. Look at these big. Wow, these are wide coats. They look more like robes than coats. Oh, they are robes. These are robes. These are coats. Okay, that's why I was confused for a second. I was like, that doesn't look like a coat. Quilted for warmth. I wonder where some of these women are now. And what else they did. If they just did like, modeling for these types of things, or if maybe some of them are like actors that I just don't know. Because, it's 1952. Got some more. Interesting how, like, the women's section feel like has less color than the men's. Something that I've just kind of noticed. You would kind of think it would be the opposite. Got some more shoes. Carrybook Classics, women's gloves. The women's gloves, I feel like, look longer than the men's ones. She'll thank you with kisses. All these different purses. $3.59, $3.59, $3.49. How much is that? Hold on, let me do the calculator real quick. How much is, like, most of these are like $3.50, so let's just say $3.50 in the calculator. $42 in today's money. That's not, I feel like that's not bad for a purse. Then again, I've never bought a purse before, so I'm not 100% sure. But I feel like with today's prices of like most things, that seems like a pretty good price for a purse. Okay. More purses. Yeah, about the same price too. See what your Christmas money can buy. $1 for 8 exciting stocking stuffers. So you get all... Oh, no, they're $1 each. Okay. $1.19 for scarf. Well, okay, that's false advertising. For that and the pencil set. Pen and pencil set. Can't be without grooming aid. Traveling toothbrush set. Picture frame set. Conversation pieces. Night Go key light. It's like a light you can put on your keychain. The walnut sewing kit. Look at that. If you want a sewing kit that looks like a walnut, there you go. It's like something that like you'd see like, I don't know, in like Tinkerbell or something like that. Gifts galore. Key finder. Mechanical pencil. Oh, these are like the handy handbag caddy. Things to like, you know, help your bags and stuff stay in place. Oh, wow. A wool stole. So it's wool, that one. It's not fur. I thought it was fur for a second. Whoa. Here's the color. I could make a joke here, but that's too easy. Accessories to make. So wait, so you buy the kit and you still have to make it yourself? Christmas gay scarves and squares. So wait, yeah, so you buy it and like, and it comes in like a little thing, like an apple or a little container or something like that. Christmas corsage. It's a doll, a square. Yeah, so it's like you use the fabric inside of it for these things. It's like those, like, you know, like things you put in like, isn't it like a thing where it's like you can put like sock, like they're like these like shrunk, like dehydrated like socks that you can like put in water and then they like, as they get water, they expand and you can actually use them. That's kind of what this reminds me of, but I don't think you put these in water. Oh, you got it. Peter Pan one. All these different things. Her ooh and ah with delight. Jesus, that is... I don't know if that would make me ooh and ah with delight. That's kind of... That's kind of creepy. And I don't like how sad this guy is. Puppet mitts. Yeah, so they're supposed to be puppets, but they're supposed to be mittens, but they're puppets. And again, interesting that this is where they saved the color for, and not for like all the dresses or anything. It's for the mittens and the what are these called? The like hand the things that people put their hands in. I'm blanking on what they're called. But they're hat sets. So you get the hat and the other things that go with it. And I don't like how this one has a decapitated doll head in it. And okay, they saved some of the color for the underwear, I guess. Glamour for the Coke crowd? Like the soda, I hope? Fur magic. Makes every girl a winter queen. Sparkling white for double clip headband adjusts to snug bead clip or a flattening halo band. Matching a muff. That's what they're called. That's what these things are called. Sorry, I couldn't remember what they were. The muff. Okay. Huh. Oh, yep, and look at that. They got the slipper... the slipper socks. Again, I think that out of all the things I've seen so far, that's the one I would buy the most. That actually seems really nice. More socks. Anklet socks. Small socks. Are these for... Are these for children? Yeah, these are for children. That's why they're so small. That makes sense. Oh, yep, Roy Rogers. Okay, yeah. Texas-made Western. Yeah, Roy Rogers. This is when Roy Rogers was a big thing. I mean, I only know Roy Rogers today for the the mediocre fast food place. But I've only eaten there once, and it was just the most like, you know, it's food kind of place I've ever been to, like fast food place. Oh yeah, and this is just the same thing that we saw earlier. They're just reusing it and repinting it for like the middle part in case you missed it. And then more women's shoes. Got the flower designs and the sparkle designs. And slippers. Frosty the Snowman, but I'm noticing a lot of Frosty stuff. This must have been when Frosty the Snowman started to get big. So I'm noticing there's a lot of Frosty stuff overall. And another Roy Rogers. Roy Rogers is just kind of like thrown in everywhere. Gifts for boys. And then, yeah, the sock slippers. And waterproof boots. Pajamas and robes for the boys. Oh, yep, cowboy. Say Merry Christmas to a young cowpoke with this hat for his Western outfit. And yeah, more Frosty the Snowman. Whoa, that one... Hold on. The quality, like I said, isn't the greatest. That kind of reminds me of, what's that game? Bendy and the Ink Machine. That's what this one reminds me of. And then more Roy Rogers. Whoa, a full-on, like, Roy Rogers outfit. Dang, look at that. Now, do they expect kids to just, like, wear this out and about? Or is this, like, a Halloween costume? For hat to spurs outfits for gun-toting, range-riding young cowpokes. Approved by the King of the Cowboys. Wow. Yeah. 1952 seems like it was Roy Rogers' year. You got the coonskin cap, even though this is before Davy Crockett, because Davy Crockett was mid-50s. Ah, yep, and you got the fake. Of course, you gotta have the gun holster and gun set for the kids. Gotta start them young. Yeah, cowboys are definitely the big thing during this time. I'm really curious when we read the 1958 one if we're still going to see all of the cowboy stuff. Oh, and they also have one for girls too. For guys and girls. Oh, and some stuff for, like, you know, high school dressing. It's possible some of these kids and some of these boys could, like, you know, some of these young men could still be alive. Yeah, so now we're in, like, kids' clothes. I feel like the women's clothing section was way smaller than the men's. I don't know if it actually was, but it felt like it. Yeah, because now we're in... Yeah, these kind of... Honestly, a lot of these are just, like, mini versions of, like, the things we already saw. Except for these... I feel like these are more kind of, like, you know, younger dresses than the ones that we saw. Oh, come on. Having difficulty loading? There we go. We're only on page 188. Maybe it's taking a while to load because there's so much. Smartest girl on your gift list. Gabardine. Coat and jacket. Sweaters. More Frosty stuff. There's a lot of Frosty. Yeah, young kids and all age ranges in this section. Oh, nurse outfit. These look like these don't look like, to me, I don't know what it is. These don't look like real actual dresses. These look like costumes, like old. But I guess they were probably normal for the time. But in my head, they look like old-timey costumes and not actual clothes you would buy. And look, more personalized stuff. You can put your kid's name on. Hold on, wait, yeah, what are the names? So we have Jane. What does that say? Buddy? Like from Elf? Yeah, it does say Buddy. Yeah, so we have Buddy, Billy, Davy, Pamela, Linda, Roger, Jackie Ingram, Nurse Betty, Susan, Diane. So I guess those are the common names. And you get your name on your underwear, something every kid wants. Ugh. Dresses for wee angels. Hey, on, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day. Have to lurk, but hope you have a good stream. Thank you. Hey, thanks for being here, Aeon. Good to see you. Enjoy your lurk. I mean, thank you for just being here, even if it is. I appreciate all viewers, whether chatting or lurking. Let's see. Pick to win Practical Mother's praises. Are these bed sheets or towel sets? Wait, what are... Okay, that's socks, underwear. Oh, these are towels and Okay, I see. Yeah, for babies. And some cowgirl stuff. Yeehaw. I feel like this is still the time where nowadays I feel like clothes are kids clothes are designed to look and make made for kids. But I feel like during this time they were just kids clothes was just miniature versions of clothes that adults wear. Just looking at these styles, these feel these just feel like clothes that adults would wear, but just smaller. And of course, you got more Frosty stuff and a lot of plaid. A lot of plaid, some overalls, cowboy stuff, more Roy Rogers. Roy Rogers and Frosty is the theme of this one. Whoa, okay, so now we're into okay, so baby and toddler stuff. Lighten mother's work with useful nursery gifts. Okay, little kids' plates and stuff like that. Oh, it's oh, that's actually kind of cute. Like a train and a boat. A bottle that's also a stuffed animal. Brush and groom sets. Old strollers and cribs. Rocking horses. Oh, this one, Roy Rogers plastic inflatable trigger. Easy to inflate. Wow, yeah, that's again, if this thing did not last. Either it was broken, it got squished and it popped, and even if it didn't, that plastic nowadays is absolutely just brittle and terrible. Are we in toys now? Are we getting into toys? All right, let's look and see what are the toys that the children of 1952 want. Got some good rocking horses. Whoa, that one's... Bouncy Pony Spring Steel Body. That actually looks kind of cool. You don't go anywhere, though. That's a giant one. That's like a bigger, like, nicer version of this one. That one actually has wheels, so you can actually, like, move with it. Got some ducks. Got some terrifying clown and fish stuff. Inexpensive toys. Yeah, terrible, creepy clowns. That's also, I think, that's also, I think, going to be a theme for a lot of these, is like the creepy clowns. Junior Erector set. That's true. Yeah, this is kind of the era when Erector sets started to become a thing. Pyramid blocks, colorful beads, numbers, tap a toy, flip top, pegboard, knit, kit for young carpenters. Oh, it's like okay, it's one of those where it's like you just, I had something kind of similar to this, but it was plastic growing up. Where yeah, it's like you just hammer like it was just a hammer. And it just like has, yeah, like the fake bolts and nails and stuff like that you just hit back and forth. Toy phone. Realistic soft vinyl nose bear and panda. Ooh, that one, I don't like the face of that one. I don't even know. Is that supposed to be a mouse? Because that's B, right? Yeah, that's B. What is that? Oh, they're washable. Washable plastic fabric puppy? That is not a puppy. That does not look like a puppy at all. Oh, and look at that. We got the classic Tinker toys. Magic slates, blocks. Other kind of like block and tower toys. Oh, we're probably going to get like, or maybe not so much during this era, we're probably not going to get that many like toy soldiers or stuff like that. And then, yeah, we got more stuffed animals. I don't like... She's, man, that baby is... That baby is relaxed. They are lounging right there. Buddy Bearkins. Yeah, not a fan of that face. Or that... Damn, that cat... That cat does not look happy to exist. Action toys. Okay, yeah. Oh, they make noise. And same with the pull train. Teddy xylophones. Snoopy sniffer. Oh, okay. Marionettes and puppets. Yeah, not a fan of these two right here. Jesus. These, I mean, aren't too bad. They remind me of, like, Mr. Rogers, kind of. Like that style. Electric superhighway. Mechanical men. So these are, like, wind-up toys. Oh, and then we got the classic, like, sparking locomotive. Dang, it makes sparks. Car with electric lights. Driving mechanical sub. 2-motor metal plane. Roller coaster. Oh, and of course, yeah, we got the military stuff down here. We got the wind-up tanks. Tractors, motorcycles, police car, race car. Wow. Wait. Safety car? Hold on. Does it not... What keeps this from running off table edge? It always turns just in time. So it's like a Roomba. Apparently it'll turn before it gets to the edge of something. How would something like that... How would it know? Huh, that's actually interesting. How would that know? Compared to, like, you know, other ones from the time. Then we got the trains. Yeah, these is where we're getting all the, like, the cool, like, cars. I like this style. Like, these are probably high collectibles now, because these are still, like, metal. Before they started to become plastic. Like, these old-fashioned, like, metal toys, like, nowadays are seen as, like, collectibles. And they're pretty cool. Smart copies of adult styles. Wow, so you can get your kid an adult table. Look at that. The chrome-plated tubular steel dinette set. Now, if that's not the most, like... That's probably the most, like, 50s looking table I've ever seen, and it's... Oof. Do they still have lead paint? Oh, they absolutely do during this time. Oh, they're gonna have the most... all of these toys here, and probably some of these tables, all of this stuff, the finest lead paint. Perfect to chip off and feed to your kids. Perfect for that. Wow. On a desk. Wow, that's a nice desk, even for a kid. Makes toys taste nice and sweet. Exactly. You know, you don't want to get the ones off... If you don't want the stuff on the wall, you gotta get the stuff off your toys. That is a nice desk. And for $35... $35.59. What is that today? So you're buying your kid a $436 desk. I mean, hey, if you don't have video games to buy, I guess that's what you spent. That's like the high value thing you get your kid. A desk. Oh, and you got all the little toy figures. Army sets. Oh, here we go. Here's the color. Wow, yeah. They got the cowboy, Roy Rogers. Again, Mineral City set. Rodeo. A military, of course, this is the beginning of the Cold War. Or is that like an alien set? Oh, it's not good quality to, like, because Roy Rogers. Something Academy. Space Academy? Space Academy. That's what it is. So yeah, it is a space thing. But again, the Western outdoes space here. And again, we got more gun and costume sets. More Roy Rogers stuff. Yeah, maybe Roy Rogers just had like a deal with Sears. And maybe that's why they had all this stuff in here. I don't see a Mickey Mouse watch though. I think these are... hold on, wait. Out of this world watches. Okay, so these are the space ones. Space Explorer. Something Jones. Rocky Jones. Space Ranger. Yeah, Rocky Jones. Oh, a Cinderella one and a Snow White one. Comes on a shoe. Yeah, I don't see a Mickey Mouse one, which you normally get. And of course you got the farm set here. And more farm stuff. Farm sets, tractor sets. Oh, whoa, hold on. You gotta... Whoa, playground equipment. This is cheaper than the desk. Like this one is. You can get a desk or you can get a swing set for the backyard. I know as a kid what I'm asking for. Yeah, you get a swing set. You get an indoor-outdoor slide for $7. Teeter-totters and merry-go-rounds. Children books. Oh, these are like all like the... I've seen a bunch of these, like the Roy Rogers kind of, or like the, like... Again, yeah, more Roy Rogers. Ooh, a flashlight. That's what kids want. They want a flashlight. A camera light. So it's literally just a flashlight in the shape of a camera, and same thing with a TV, tiny television. It turns on, picture lights up. That'd be a cool like decorative piece for like your shelf, or it'd make a good like kind of maybe like if you need like a nightlight for a kid. That could actually work, being kind of and be pretty cool. Yeah, and then just books, all classic children's books. Bugs Bunny, Woody Woodpecker, Wizard of Oz, or Emerald City. The Emerald City of Oz, so not Wizard of Oz, it's like one of the sequels. Lassie. Little Women, Alice in Wonderland, Bambi. All the classics here. Oh, and a tents. Colorful play tents for the backyard into make-believe land. Army-style tent. Popular umbrella tents, teepee tents, cowboy tents, scout tents for like Boy Scouts. Look at that. They actually advertise it here. The beautiful, delicious lead cowboy outfit. Lead Indian set. Yeah, so the... that delicious lead that kids just love. It is honestly kind of crazy to me how like it took us so long to realize how bad lead was for you. And just how common it was in everything up until that point. Wow, yeah, okay, so another little like kind of toy chest. That one's like made of wood. Oh, here we go. We got educational toys. I don't want to learn with my toys. Whoa, look at that. You can build all these different things with it. Whoa. Children can assemble it. Sensational assembly toy opens up a whole new world of play. That's actually pretty cool. That it can like be all these different shapes and stuff like that. Educational toys. Toy adding machine. Adds up to 9,999. Dang. Typewriter. Got typewriters and slates and writing kits. You got paint sets. Molding, coloring set. Got easels and like chalk and paint boards. These are for baby buggies. Are these actual baby buggies or no? They're for dolls. Doll buggies. These aren't for actual babies. These are just for dolls. And that one's $16. That you could probably then you could probably get like a real baby buggy for that price and not one for a doll. Oh, yep, and we got the creepy dolls. Yep, we got the creepy walks, sits, cries. We're in the creepy doll era. Yeah, not a fan of any of those. Ooh, not a fan of these. Oh god, the Howdy Doody. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's just at the time, but Howdy Doody to me is just, and I don't have like a fear of dolls or anything like that, but specifically like Howdy Doody, he just scares me. I don't know what it is about like just old dolls that make like Like, most people will agree that, like, they're creepy. Like, I don't think a modern day kid would look at any of these and be like, oh god. Would like look at this and be like, yes, get me that, or not be like uncomfortable. I say mama and papa. Mama Papa doll, always a favorite child, now has a saran wig and soft vinyl head. Wait. Betty Hutton, starring in a Paramount production, Somebody Loves Me, says, I can something hear these lovely dolls say, somebody loves me, buy me for that sweet little somebody. So she's like promoting it. Teenager. That's supposed to be a teenager? With new rooted hair. God, I am not a fan of these dolls. The black and white didn't help. When they're in color, they're not as bad. Oh wow, look at that dollhouse. That's a big dollhouse. For $5.30. More dollhouses. And this is, again, yeah, this is all doll furniture. Doll and like tea sets for kids. Got a suitcase for your doll as well, or for your doll's clothes. Oop. 53-piece plastic table service for $6. For $3.79. 28 pieces glamourware set. Blue Willow China tea service for $6. Flux Import real China service for $6. How is the plastic is the most expensive one? I mean, I guess it's more stuff, I guess, but still. You would think that, like, the China ones would be more expensive. Oh, and you got the fake little housekeeping toys for young hostesses. Yep, gotta start them young. Soda fountain set. That's actually pretty cool. 4-piece cleaning set. Playhouse fun. Jesus, yeah. Get the get the kids. Gotta start them young. Teach them how to clean. Electric toy ranges that actually cook and bake. That's terrifying. I wouldn't trust in something with 1950s like electronics. I guarantee you some of these probably like caught fire. Electric player organ. Oh, not a fan of that. Music stuff. Tiny sewing machines. Again, you gotta start them young. Fake kitchen cabinets and toy refrigerators. Whoa, musical toys. Look at that. It is interesting what they choose to like use color for. I wonder if there was that much of like a plan when they were making this on like what they would make color or not. Oh, yeah, like the little mini jukebox with the mini, like, you know, records and everything. Batons and harmonic. Oh, they're batons. I thought, okay, these are showing like I guess the different like designs of them. Because I thought this was like I thought they were like a weird little like banjo thing. Yeah, these are all the instruments that parents will regret giving their children. Junior steering wheel. Oh, and it has a horn. Again, Something you're totally not going to regret giving your child. Transportation set, rubber tools. Oh, here we go. Trains. I'm not a big... Yeah, Lionel trains. I'm not personally a big train guy. Like, I'm not really into trains, but I know some people who would love looking at these. $57. 16-unit twin diesel freight with magnetraction. $57.50. What is that? Hold on. That's like... That's $700 in today's money. This train right here in today's money is $700. That is nuts. That is not how much I thought these trains were when they were new. I mean, that is the most expensive one, but still. That's insane. But no, this one's more. That one's 62. So wait, so is that like 750? Hold on. $62.50. $766. God, for a train. I wouldn't do it, but hey, I know, like I said, I know some people who would. And you got that, because then you also got to get all like the accessories and stuff like that. All the batteries and like the controls and stuff like that. There's so much you got to get. Yep, more trains. Yeah, maybe get the $5 one. not the $62 one. That's $700 in today's money. You have to really love your kid if you get them that back then. Or they get that and they don't get any other gifts. Year-round toys. Oh, little like plastic like boxing toys. Ooh, toy cash registers, toy planes, toy tool kits. I almost kept saying like toy cool. Old tool, easy to assemble birdhouse, workbenches. So not as expensive as the desk. Mock cameras and TVs. I wonder if we'll see like TVs like in the back of some of these. Oh yeah, and we got basketball stuff. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at those guns. Do they just make popping noise? Oh, this one's a cork one. You can see right here. These ones shoot balls. This is the Roy Rogers ones. Made of high-impact plastic. Okay, yeah, so they're not... These ones don't actually shoot anything. These ones do. These shoot like little balls, but I like the space one. It looks like... It's like a longer version of like the ray gun from like Call of Duty Zombies. And then we got a Rector. Okay, yeah, these are all Rector sets. And we got Lincoln logs, classic Lincoln logs here. Metal rotary printing press. Wood burning, foil writing, and leather tooling. Help create talents develop early. A wood burning kit. Oh wow, yeah, look, it has the electric like coil and everything. Jesus, and foil writing. I don't know what foil writing is. Like aluminum foil? Like, I guess it's like a type of engraving maybe? But yeah, the wood burning. Student microscope sets. So this is like the science stuff. And then we got the chemistry sets. Chemicraft laboratory. With atomic energy? You're making a nuclear reactor in your home? Fortunately, yeah, with atomic energy equipment, all the chemicals, laboratory apparatus the young scientist needs. Real uranium ore, radioactive something. Detailed lab manual tells to perform over 600 experiments. Real uranium ore. Yep, give it to them early. Get them used to it. That sounds like something you could see like in Fallout. As like a joke. Senior Chemcraft set. 500s, agriculture, electrochemistry, junior craft. Loads of exciting making soap, ink, dyes, etc. Okay, yeah, so there's not much else there. And then we got the tricycle and the bicycles. Seems kind of expensive. That's like almost $400 that's like over $350 for a tricycle. Oh, the pedal cars. These are so cool. I do like the design, especially like the ones that looks like actual like cars like this. 21 ducks. Sleek style auto, low price. Can they make these for like adult size? I think that would be like pretty fun actually to have one of these. Oh yep, and you got the classic flyer red wagon. Another Roy Rogers thing, a scooter. A kid's wheelbarrow set. Because kids, they yearn for the mines. They yearn for the manual labor. Then sleds, snow sleds, little snow skis and ice skates. Electric candles. That's not a... Make it snow. Fakes. Wow, fake spray on snow. It's probably incredibly toxic. Oof. And the plastic decorations, nativity scene. Cheery electric candles. I thought, for a second, I thought that was like, that almost looked like a menorah, but then I realized, no, wait, no, this is a Christmas album. They're not having any of that in here. There's a Christmas catalog from the 50s. They're definitely not having something like that in here. Got a tree stand with built-in lights. Creepy Santa. Wait, new Santa follows you plaque? Oh, it's one of the like... It's like concave so that it follows... Oh, that's actually terrifying. They use that in the Haunted Mansion. It's meant to be like a creepy ghost effect, and here they're using it for like, hey, it's... Also doesn't help that they made Santa look very terrifying here. And again, using the color here for all the Christmas decorations. I feel like it's a little bit last minute to order stuff in the I mean, I don't know when they sent this out, but like to order Christmas stuff in the Christmas catalog, Christmas decorations. I feel like by the time these probably got to you, it's too close to Christmas to use them. Yeah, got the classic Christmas lights. Yeah, all these, both for trees and for, oh, all the tinsel. This is when tinsel was really big. Oh, Parker Games. We got board games. We got the classic Monopoly right here, and Clue, and Sorry. I didn't know Sorry was that old. Dig, Finance. I feel like Finance is just knockoff Monopoly. Meet the Presidents, Boondoggle Game, Globetrotters. Oh, Cootie. I know this one. I didn't know that. I thought that was more of a 60s thing, but I guess Cootie goes back to the 50s, where it's like you have to build, you roll dice and you build a little bug guy. Carom board, jitters game, bingo, mechanical bingo set, table tennis set, where it's just the net and the paddles. You just attach it to your own table. Archery, bowling, horseshoes. Shoot, game of skill. That's actually pretty cool. And it's only $1.69. And it's like it's corks. It's not like, you know. I thought it's not like something dangerous like pellets. Portable pinball game. Donkey game, low priced. Baguettle? Skill ball. Bagatelle? Bagatelle? I'm not sure how you would fully say that. More toys. I don't think this means what it means today. The Target game. Roy Rogers board game, dominoes. That's a decent sized billiards table. Game Alley. Again, to $4.59. That doesn't feel like that much. That actually seems pretty cheap for get like a whole long, like, you know, board game for that. Elephant game. Ooh, don't know about that one right there. Baseball, basketball. Pitch and Pal. And ice skates, adult ice skates. And saddles. Because, yeah, this is, I mean, enough people back then probably still have, like, horses and stuff so that you can sell saddles in a... you can sell saddles in one of these things. Yeah, more saddles. Pony saddles. So, yeah, so those are for kids. Juvenile skates. Yeah, so these are for kids. And then you got the bikes. $20. Whoa, look at the cowboy one. For 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. Dang, that... And, you know, these bikes are probably super uncomfortable. And they weigh 1,000,000 pounds because they're made of, like, thick metal. $45, $36. So, yeah, so these are a couple $100, which honestly is kind of expected. So I guess, like, back then, like, getting a bike, you know, is more of a big deal. Because this... what's the most... $45 is the most expensive bike here. So that would be... It's basically $46, so let's just do 46. Oof, yeah, this is a $563 bike in today's money. Which for a nice, good quality bike, that sounds about right. I don't know, maybe not necessarily for a kid's bike, though. It seems like a lot for a kid's bike. Yeah, see, look, these are Most desired bike Santa can give. 59, 38, 49, 47. Yeah, none of these 3-speed lightweight bike. This is the light one. Just $47 for 95 cents. $5 down. Got roller. Oh wow, yeah, these are the roller skates you just attach to your regular shoes and just hope the buckle doesn't break. That's what I would be scared of with these, is that they would just like your foot would slip out of these very easily. You can see, look, and they're different quality, like good, better, best. At least they're honest with you. Then you got like these actual like proper rollerblades, roller skates, volleyball, basketball sets, baseball and football. Doak Walker? That looks like that is Doak. D-O-A. Right? Hold on. Yeah, Doak. Hold on, let me Google him real quick. Yeah. Football halfback. American football player who was a halfback and kicker. He played college football for the SMU Mustangs. In the Heisman Trophy, he played professionally for the Detroit Lions for the NFL from 1950 to 1955. So yeah, so smack dab. This is smack dab in the middle of his career. 1955. Or 1952 is this one. Then you got the baseball gloves, all the different kinds of gloves. They're just a couple bucks. Whoa, archery sets, like proper archery. Archery is one of those things that I did it because I was in Boy Scouts, so archery would actually be a pretty cool thing that I'd want to. That's something that I've always wanted to do more of, but I've just never had a chance since I've been out of Scouts. I was okay at. I was decent at it. It was fun. Oh yeah, croquet sets, classic 50s right here. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually, as an adult, like throughout my entire childhood, I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually play croquet. I remember my grandparents had a set like this in their garage growing up, but I had no idea how you even actually play it. Billiards. Oh, there's an actual ping pong table. Bowling set, darts. We got lawn darts? I don't see lawn darts. Fishing rods. At savings of $22.56 to $55.34. Whoa, these price slashes are insane. $75 to $19, $50 to $14. That's over half off, almost 75% off for some of those. And yeah, all these different fishing kits. 112-piece kit, 165-piece kit. Jeez. Tackle boxes, all these reels, all these fishing things. Hunting and fishing jackets. Here we go. Yep, and of course they gotta have the gun section. Whoops. Nope. I keep accidentally hitting that when I'm... They had to put it right next to the zoom out button. I don't need the AI voice. Daisy Red Rider. The Red Rider. Oh, the Red Rider is the thing from Christmas Story. That's what the gun is, right? Red Rider BB gun. That's what these look like, right? I don't think these are... Red Rider saddle rifle and scope. Air rifle. Yeah, repeating air rifle, yeah. Yeah, these are just BB guns. Lunch boxes. Picnic. Ooh, picnic table. That's actually pretty nice. That's a pretty nice fold into like a little briefcase thing. That's actually pretty cool. Who knows how much weight it could hold, but you know. And then of course you got the guns. Whoa, that one is $314. It's a Winchester. $314. Hold on, what is that? Money-wise, in today's money. 300. That's the most expensive thing we've seen so far. That's $3,850 in today's money. $3,850 for a shotgun. Again, I mean, I don't know what guns normally are priced, but that feels like a lot. That's more expensive than all the jewelry we saw. I don't think any of the jewelry was that expensive. I think in terms of the jewelry, the most expensive thing we saw was like $100. Yeah, look at these. 100 bucks, $100. Look at that. Christmas combination. America's favorite. Caliber guns. Yeehaw. Yeah, and you can just order them in a... Okay, those are air guns. Powder and air guns. Okay. Or powerful air and CO2 guns. Okay. Yeah, those are BB guns, but still. You know, you could just buy a just buy a gun in a mail order magazine and then they just ship it to you. Probably no background check or anything like that. Just give it to you. Our finest Allstate auto radio. Oh, this is car stuff. Give him something practical. Conversation kit? Oh, conversion kit. Turn signal conversion kit. I thought that said conversation at first. Okay, so that's like... Okay, it's for like in older cars that maybe didn't have like the turn signals. Cigarette lighters. This is all like, yeah, like car lights, different car lights and everything. I'll say auto polisher. Oh, wait, hold on. For his car. Car heater. Again, something that probably lit several things on fire. And look at the seats. The vinyl seats you're gonna get back then to cover up your seats. Gifts for car owners. Reinforced chains for the longest wearing greatest traction. Oh, for snow. Yeah, these are all chains for snow. Attachable plows. Flash motor heater. Home battery charger. Tires. Classic. Allstate. This isn't the same Allstate as the insurance company, is it? Hold on. Is that the same as the insurance company? Because the current one is just... Hold on. Oh, no, it is. Wow, okay, maybe I'm just tired, but like for some reason in my head, I thought the Allstate like insurance company only had one L. But then I realized, no, it wouldn't be called Allstate if it had the one L. It would be Allstate. So it is... Maybe it is. Hold on. Yeah, Allstate. Okay, so Allstate was founded in 1931, and it was part of Sears. Huh. So it was actually started by Sears. And they started with selling like tires and stuff like that. It was what Sears called their tires. Okay. That's what that is. That's where that comes from. So it is the same as the insurance company. So they started doing like actual like mechanic stuff or like car parts and stuff like that, and then probably went on to insurance. Yeah, with all the tires. And it's specifically from, that's interesting. I didn't know it Allstate started from Sears. Huh. And you got, okay, yeah, you got carving sets, knife sets, silverware sets. Make his, oh, tool sets, nuts and bolts. Yeah, carpentry and wood carving. Oh, you got knives, axes, hatchets, pocket knives with all the different things in them. Electric razors. Something, again, from this time period that I would not trust. Personally, yeah, I would not trust that. Yep, more tool sets. 57 bucks. How many pieces is it? 41 piece. For 57.50. Jeez. Shop out. What is that? Oh, it's a sander and polisher. Okay, I was looking at that for a second. I was like, what is that? No, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's sander slash polisher. Definitely don't want to get those mixed up. Which setting or which, like, you know, head you have on it, because if you're trying to polish something and you accidentally keep the sanding thing on, that's pretty bad. Portable power shop. Yeah, and they're like equivalent to like a couple $100 in today's money, which again makes sense, you know, seems reasonable. Yeah, so still, again, so far the most expensive thing we've seen in here is the gun. Equivalent to $3,800 in today's money. Got some classic bench saws and band saws. You know, some grandpa probably still has some of these, you know, saws in his garage, and they probably still work. Considering how things were made back then, these things probably still work. Ooh, water heater. Yeah, that's right. Buy the family a water heater. That's what they want for Christmas. I mean, honestly, actually, that would be, if you didn't have a good hot water, that might actually be a good Christmas gift for like everybody. The whole family can enjoy them. Not a toy. Not a toy. Okay, yeah. So this is like, yeah, like small band saws, sander, polisher, massager. Hold on. Wait. What? Oh God, sander, polisher, and massager. Again, you don't want to get the head, like the pieces mixed up for that one. Polish your car. Convenient soft switch. Excellent for massaging. Lightweight for vertical sanding. Jesus. No more to buy. Never needs oiling. An especially fine finishing sander. Not for removing paint, varnish, or deep scratches. And a rugged power tool for the whole family can use. It's Dad's for sanding. Mom will wait it for polish and massaging. And it will cut the family car polisher's job in half. Easy to use. You simply guide it. Weight of tool does the work. I don't want to put that anywhere near my body. Oh, wow. That's such a combo. Ooh, pearl toilet seats. For $7. Let's see. Yeah, and you got, this is all like bathroom stuff. Tubs. Steel tub ensembles. So you get everything for $150. There's a toilet, sink, and tub. That was $194. Here's just a healthful New Year's. Wait, are these like vitamins? Practical gifts. Super caps and Vita Perils in Galahade wrapping to convey the warmest of season's greetings in the new way. Christmas something cherry as holly berry with decorations made a charming package. Contains 11 vitamins and 9 minerals. Okay, so they're vitamins. Hopefully they're actual vitamins and not something sketchy. A modern hospital bed for $46.50. Again, not as expensive as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like way more expensive. So we're talking, oh, and hearing aids. Oh, wait, is that television? Hold on. Wait. Guarantee. Oh, no, it's a hearing aid for the... Okay. It's a hearing aid for the television. Okay. They're just using the television as an example of like what you could use the hearing aid for. I thought that... There we go. Sorry. Alright, yeah, getting more practical things like andirons, fireplace covers, 7-piece. William Holden. Choose this one. William Holden starring in The Turning Point, a Paramount picture. Yeah, so wow, they have actor endorsements for this. Just literally telling him that, like, to use this one. Now, whether or not I wonder if, like, he actually did have one and he liked it, or if he was just asked by the company, or, like, the company asked him to use his likeness for this. Because it just feels so, like, forced and, like, weird. 100% plastic tower playing cards. Outwear 50 paper decks? Oh, plastic cards? Oh, that sounds awful, actually. Oh, card shufflers? Wow, that's actually interesting. With like a little wheel and everything. Plastic cards, I feel like, would just be so hard to use because they wouldn't be able to bend as well. For like shuffling and stuff. Oh, index. Okay, this is like how you actually like pay for everything. But it says there's still like 100 pages left. So I don't think we're done, right? Use Sears Easy Payment Plan. Okay, yeah, this is all about like only 10% down payment required on anything you order except. Okay, yeah, this is just how to order. Estimated rail rates. Wow, geez. Okay, this is a lot of math you have to do on your own to do mail order so you know how much you're spending. Whoa, okay, here we go. Look at these bad boys. Look at these TVs. Silverstone. Well, Silvertone for big screen TVs. These are the big screen. Look at that. Oh, with the radio built in and everything. I love this type of like design with the bookshelf and the radio built in. And it looks like is that a phone? This is, oh wow, okay. Oh, it's a phonograph. Okay, now this is now the most expensive thing. $459.95. So $460 for this cabinet set. So let's see. I'm gonna guess that's if 314 was like $3,500. I'm gonna say that this is $5,000. I'm gonna say this is $5,000. I was kind of close. Actual price, $5,638. Jeez. That is that is so expensive. I mean, but it makes sense. I mean, this is 1952. TVs are literally brand new during this era. TVs are brand new. And look at that. I love how they're all like built in like cabinets and you can like they want you to like so you can like cover it. Modern 21-inch TV. Wow. Yeah, these ones are like cabinets. These ones are on like stilts. 21-inch. 21-inch is like the big. They're saying that's the big in the 21-inch fringe era TV. I wonder, like, you never see like these like types of TVs. I mean, they're probably so fragile, and who knows if the electronics in them are probably fried. But I've even never seen like restored ones because I think it would be really cool to own one, even if it's just like a decorative piece and you don't actually like. If you don't actually like use, like, it doesn't actually work. But it would be something really cool to restore. Family size TV, big screens at little prices. Giant, again, 20-inch. Yeah, 21-inch seems to be like the max that I'm seeing. Table TVs. Oh yeah, so these are specifically things. Oh wow, this one's got a swivel top. Look at that. So you can turn your TV too, and not have to turn the whole table. $244. Lowest price 20-inch console TV. So 20 inches, honestly, that's smaller than my, or no, it's about the same size, I think, as my laptop monitor. And that's the max that they can do back then. Ooh, and look at these. We got portable radios. 3-way portables. In durable plastic. New slim batteries. I love like old radios and stuff like that. That's something I want to find. Like, I want to find one at an antique store. Maybe not a plastic one. Maybe like an older, like kind of like wooden one. I think that would be really fun to own. Ooh, and we got the phonographs and record players. Wow. Yeah, look at these classic portable ones in like a briefcase. This one, some with like the radio built into it. Radio combo. Yeah, 80 bucks, 30 bucks, 70 bucks. And this massive console. Now, I don't think it's any of the, no, it's not any of these, but like my parents they found one, like a neighbor just like gave to them something very similar to this, where it's like a built-in radio and phonograph. I don't think it's this old. I think it's more late 50s. And it's, oh, you open it from the top. These ones you open like from the drawers and everything. The one that they have, you open from the top. Oh, yeah, look at these old clock radios and everything. Oh, yeah, these are cool. I love this style. I love the mid-century like style for all of these things. Ooh, yeah, and the bookshelf. Audio recorders. Dang, those things are beefy. And the audio quality is terrible. Yeah, more radios. More phonographs. The phonographs aren't as expensive as I thought they would be, but they're still not like, I mean, for like, okay, the low price phonograph is $22, which is like probably like 150 bucks probably. Nope, 269 bucks. Which again, isn't like, to me that doesn't seem that unreasonable for something like this. Seems pretty normal, actually. Oh, and now we're getting into... We got the music players, and now we're getting into musical instruments. We got accordions, we got guitars. Yeah, this is when accordions were still fairly, like, decently popular. Ooh, and a Kenmore stove. Oh, wow, yeah. Trumpets, trombones, saxophones, clarinets. Cutaway guitar. Oh, these could... What brands are these? Hold on. These... hold on. Strung, reddish brown. What's the brand? Mahogany. Because depending on what brand these guitars are probably worth like thousands of dollars in today's money. Wow. Gas range stoves, kitchenettes. Wow, look at that. Finest gas range cooks matchlessly. Robo timer control makes it fully automatic. Wow. So it turns off, I guess, when the timer is done. Wow. $239. Couple $1,000.
Real We Tour.
Nope. Don't need to. Please stop talking, robot voice. More gas range stoves. A 4-star feature. Oh, it's automatic washer. Oh, yeah, that was... Automatic washer was, like, pretty... I think those are still pretty new at this point. Without Sud Saver. With Sud Saver. Wow. Buy any combination, save $25. Only $10 down. Yeah, these are about as much as that one gun. Adjustable posture chair. And there's the dryer. Or iron. That's an ironer? Whoa. Dang. That's crazy looking. I can't even really tell how that works. Is it like you lay it down here and then like... Or do you like wrap it in, like, does it roll it out? I can't tell. I can't tell how this works. I've never seen an ironer like that. That's pretty cool though. 16 to 18 pound oven ready. This choice, mouthwatering turkey, is yours at no extra charge with a cold spot refrigerator or freezer in this calic. Wow, so you buy a fridge or freezer, you get a free turkey. Dang. And the sewing machines. Those $5 down. Sewing machines can be expensive, though. And the old fridges. And a freezer. Oh, no, that is a refrigerator. It's a top-loading refrigerator. Freezer lock. Yeah, so you can lock somebody in your freezer that way. Turkey included, no extra charge. Hopefully you know how to cook that turkey when you get it. Ooh, look at that vacuum. Whoa, it's like on a... It looks like an oxygen tank on a dolly. Oh, whoa, and we got like... Hold on, over here we got like desk. Oh no, those are Yeah, those are sewing cabinets. Those are nice. And so this is like all fake, I guess? Yeah, look, it comes out like... It's just fake. It's fake drawers and everything to make it, again, so it like blends in. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, these vacuums look crazy. I mean, these have to be some of the earliest vacuums out there at the time. We got... What are these? Those roaster timer for both. Electric clippers, okay. Oh, what? Whoa, look at that. Look at that hair dryer. That's so crazy looking. Wow. Oh, massagers. Massagers, and you got cooking mixers and stuff like that. Make her daily mixing jobs easier. Of course, everything has to be her for the cooking and like cleaning stuff. About making her job easier. I mean, it is the 50s, unfortunately, and that's... Oh, whoa, electric coffee pots and kettles. Liquidizer blender. A knife sharpener and a defroster. Defrost refrigerator every 24 hours automatically. Non-stick waffle... Whoa, waffle makers! Whoa, look at that. And we got... Oh yeah, I think this is around when you start to get electric irons become more... Or pretty much entirely, like, that's what people do now. I don't think they use the old ones anymore. Blows hot or cold air. Oh yeah, these are electric heaters. Again, something that probably causes crazy fires back in the day. Wait, hold on, what is this? Automatic heater, dial heater per built-in. Thermostat automatically maintains heat you choose. Can't overheat. Fully enclosed. Maybe because it's like fully enclosed that like... Yeah, it's fully enclosed, so I think they're saying that like that way like kids won't accidentally touch it. Yeah, toasters. Whoa, okay. It's always a shock when going through these things that like suddenly you just get blasted with color after having black and white for so long. Ah, popcorn, popcorn popper. popcorn, popcorn. No, popcorn popper. Oh, I love. If you don't know, popcorn is my favorite food of all time. I love popcorn, especially movie theater popcorn. Whoa, and is this toasters with color? Wow, look at that. You could have yellow, green, brown, or red on your toaster. Again, more customization, like Pirate was saying earlier, that we saw before. And then look, you got like kind of like practical stuff. You got like bread box and containers, scales, laundry baskets, pots and kettles, high chairs or stools. Oh yeah, all the houseware stuff. You got hampers, towel racks, tablecloths. I think that's what those are. Tablecloths. Again, though, you don't with this thing, you don't know what the colors are. That would make me not want to buy anything because I don't know what it's going to look like. Circus assignment sturdy toy chess. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Look at the space one. That's actually pretty cool. Play screen on toy chess. Make them the stars of the show. Oh, so you put like a it's just a little box that you can just like be inside and pretend to be on TV. That's actually kind of cute. I like that. Okay, coffee grinders, tea sets. Oh, patio. So this is like picnic stuff, picnic baskets, and picnic outings. All these like kind of like crock pots and like butcher blocks and stuff like that. Carts. Pictures make lovely gifts. Oh, you got the reason for the season right there. There he is. Good old Jesus Christ. Decorate your home. Freeze ice cream at home. Oh, whoa, so you can like make your own ice cream. Handcrafted Italian giftware. Alabaster ashtray. Brass wall planters. A lot of these don't have pictures though, so it's like not really sure what you're getting. Oh, whoa. Whoa, that is colorful. It's like a flashbang, but for color. Wow. Oh, those donkeys. Why do the donkeys have like green heads? They look like aliens. Wow, yeah. Get all the classic animals, treasures, picture mirrors. So I'm guessing like, oh, okay, yeah, you just put this on your mirror. Or no, that is the mirror. Oh god, the howdy. Ooh, that is. Oh, I hate that. I really, really hate that. And then this is okay, yeah, candle holders. I think these are just like tiny things, like little knick-knacky things to get people. is what we're at now. Oh, these are banks. Little, like, figurines and knickknacks. Little tiny shelves and pots. Palette tables give an artist touch to your living room. That's actually cool. Ooh, I actually like that. I actually like that. I would have that. That's actually cool. Even though I'm not an artist. So I don't know if that would be like false, like, advertising. Ooh, the lamps. Ooh, these look very kind of space-agey lamps right here. Doll light? Oh, don't like that. Oh, yeah, punch bowl sets, serving aids. All that fun stuff. Harmony Housebrook, Hassocks. Washable plastic covers. I had one growing up that was very similar to this. It's not exactly like this, but a very similar kind of design. And I'm pretty sure it was not from the 50s. There's no way it would have lasted that long, because those things wear out fast. And you got little boutique lamps with little, like, porcelain, like, figurines. You got the vases right here. Roy Rogers lamps, of course. Roy Rogers must have had a deal with Sears, considering how much of his stuff is in here. He had to have. And got a nice table. Again, that classic kind of, like, veneer top, or not veneer, like, plastic top and the chrome siding of those old chairs. Oh, and we got towels. There you go. You're going to want color for the towels and the pillows. Oh, electric blankets. Oh, Again, I would not trust any electric blanket from this time period. Oh, God. Yeah, look at that. $22.95. How much trial and error did they have to go through to make sure that those towels wouldn't burst into flames? Bath towel and mat sets. Comforters and dust ruffles. Again, you don't know what color they are. So you just better hope for the best. You hope that the type of blue or green one you get matches what you want. Pillowcase sets is hers. I mean, it makes sense at least. At least these ones have color. Yeah, pillowcase. They almost look like napkins. I thought they were napkins for a second. Oh, you got table settings here. Elegance for her table. Yeah, more table. Again, emphasizing her table. Oh, and we got ooh, look at those shaggy rugs. High loop cotton rugs. They're not like 70s shag carpet looking, but they're pretty shaggy. What are those? Patterns. Scissors for home sewing, and get scissors of dressmaking and embroidery. Okay, yeah. Low-cost table toppers. And then, yeah, pillows. And then more space-saving household aids. So yeah, so like those are shoe and hat boxes, dress holders. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that at all. Howdy Doody and clown shoes. Ooh, yeah, I do not like that at all. That is That is not fun. Oh, more color. Okay, here, now we can see the color of some of these. Okay, yeah, very... I'm noticing, like, the colors are inside. There's a lot of pink and a lot of green during this era, or during this time. A lot of pink, a lot of green. And, of course, you gotta have the cowboy one, because everything has to be cowboy right now. Yeah, and here, you don't have color, so you better hope for the best. And then, yeah, look, Frosty the Snowman. Ooh, Alice in Wonderland. That's a new one. And this is before the Disney version. And yeah, Frosty the Snowman. He was popular in 1952. Oh, and now we're getting to, yeah. Drapes. Nylon. Good organdy. All the different options for that kind of stuff. Whoa, magazine subscriptions. Whoa, look at all those. So you can buy magazine subscriptions in the magazine that you are currently ordering from. Wow, yeah, we got Esquire, Time, Look, Life, Journal, Post, Saturday Evening Post, American, Outdoor Life, Open Road, Child Life, Boys Life. Yeah, all the classic ones. School bags for kids. Book bags. I feel like most of this time, like, people didn't really have, like, backpacks or stuff like that. It was mostly just, like, book holders were, like, the thing during this era. Whoa, okay. Again, here we're getting, whoop. Here we're getting color. Got a good globe. Ooh, look at those erasable color pencils, it looks like. You got, like, sets, like a bunch of, like, art sets, paint sets, crayon sets. That's a lot. That's a huge set of crayons. How many, hold on, wait, how many crayons is that? Oh, what is that? JJ, L, M, M. Where's MM? I don't see it. Was it on the previous page? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, hold on, wait. MM. 72 crayons. Oh, 72 standard crayons. 24 large jumbo-sized crayons. 30 outline pictures to color. 6 stencils. Okay, yeah. So over 100 crayons. And then, hey, look, figurine painting. It's like old-fashioned miniature. It's like 50s version of, like, miniature painting. Look, they were doing it back then. These are probably ceramic. Metallizing kit. Oh yeah, this is metallizing. This is when, like, people would, like, turn their, like, kids, like, shoes and stuff like that into metal. Yeah, molding and painting, textile painting, leather craft, metal taping, metal tapping set, metal embossing set, flower hobby kit, shell craft kit. Wow. Education, fun, relaxation crafts for youngsters and adults. So this is diary, scrapbook. Okay, yeah, that's what it looked like. Holiday napkin set. Oh, you got a cross right there. Oh, gift aids for Catholic devotion. Yeah. That would explain it. Got all the different rosaries and crosses. Bulletin boards, new tower home secretary. Jeez. Comes with a built-in safe and all that. So yeah, so I think... Oh, whoa, look at these cameras. Oh, wow, look at those. Look at that flash bulb. That's definitely going to blind you when you look at that. Whoa, precision cameras. Exclusive at Sears, imported from Germany. Tower cameras. Wow. See, I always don't... I think of these styles of cameras like earlier, like 30s or 40s. I don't think of them being around much in the 50s, but I guess they were. Oh yeah, movie outfit, so you can film and play back all your movies. Because that's the thing when you made like your own home movies back then, is that you needed a projector in order to actually like watch them. So you not only have to buy the camera, you also have to buy the projector and probably the like stand too, if you don't have like a wall in your house you could use. Cameras aren't as expensive as I thought they would be, though. Never mind. Camera plus new tripod and exposure. Okay, so it's all that stuff, and that's why it's not $219. And okay, yeah, these are the nicer cameras here. 34, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Reflex type camera. Okay, yeah, so these are the cheaper cameras. And these are like the more serious professional cameras. By a long shot. Built-in movie viewer. Projections. Oh yeah, for slides. To make slides. Enlarging. Oh yeah, photo enlarging. Yeah, this thing you had to have to basically copy the photo that you have and to make it bigger. A whole process. And it took up a lot of space. You would need to have, like, basically if anybody's buying this, like, they have their own, like, dark room and stuff like that they need to do this at the time. Oh, Viewfinder, or Viewmaster. This is the very, like, beginning, like, of, like, Viewmaster. Let's see, we got Roy Rogers, of course, Bugs Bunny, Niagara Falls, and Wild Animals. Yep, these are the classic. Kodachrome full-color pictures come to life in 3 dimensions. Yeah, classic. That's a classic 50s item right there. I had one of the cheap, like, plastic red ones when I was a kid. I remember it was, like, Disney scenes in it from, like, Disney movies. I forget which ones. I think I had a Toy Story one, too. But that, I mean, it's long gone at this point. Picture pleasure. Table viewer times 4. Oh, wow. So you can, yeah, look at slides. Projector. It's all Kodak. Of course, Kodak was the king of that kind of stuff back during this time. Oh, Christmas card holders. Again, I feel like if you're buying a Christmas card holder in a Christmas magazine, you're kind of late to the party on that. And yeah, with all this Christmas stuff, buying cards and gift wrap and stuff like that, I feel like it's a little late. Oh yeah, we got some Holy Bibbles. Some stationery. So that you can make and send your own Christmas cards. Some more bibbles. Ooh, typewriters. Ooh. These things are going to be expensive. Yeah, $100, $92, $95, $100. Yeah, these are nice. I would love to like have a typewriter, but I know over the years my like spelling and everything because of autocorrect has gotten terrible. And so I know that if I tried to use one, it would just go so badly because I would misspell so many words. Ooh, Christmas candies. Whoa, is that like sugar plum trees. Whoa, so it's literally sugar plums just attached to that. Jumbo Christmas stocking. 23 inches long. Doesn't say how much is in it. Soft candy kit. Bubble gum. Kern's candy drops. Reed's butterscotch. 2-in-1 treat. Quality Street. Coconut bonbons. The soft candy actually looks good. Hold on, does it say how many or what's in it? So easy to chew. Soft and flavorful too. Assorted shapes and flavors, cream and jelly candies. 4 pounds shipping weight. 4 pounds of candies. That's so much candy. Holiday pack, 2 pounds. Jeez. Nuts and chocolates, mixed nuts, yeah. These are the classic things, you know. I mean, this is still, that type of stuff is even popular today. Whoa, you can order fish. Order fish in the Sears catalog. You can get ocean pike, Alaska salmon, other pikes, flounder, lake whitefish. Wow. Lake Superior herring, smoked fish, post pay. Wow. Shipped in air-insulated carton. You better hope it gets there fast. Wow. Yeah, you better hope that fish gets there fast. Peggy Kellogg. You'll enjoy Peggy Kellogg chocolates. Oh, wow, yeah. Look at all these chocolate boxes. It's like See's candy, but back then. But Peggy, I guess, Peggy chocolate. Oh, whoa, look at the hard candy. Hard candy, though, like, this would take so long to go through, because, like, you can't, like, chew on hard candy, and, like, you have to just suck on them, and it's, like, it would take so long to go through. Wow, yeah. Looks like jelly beans, that one. And other stuff. It looks really good with how colorful it is. The colors definitely make it more appealing compared to the other pages. Oh, and the fruitcake. Look at the classic fruitcake that everybody hates. I've ever actually had fruitcake. Rum and brandy trio. Barbara Jane economy cake. Butter batter ring cake. I mean, it can't. It's like if they're sending it in the mail, it has to be something that can like survive. So that means that I don't know. That to me means it doesn't taste that good. Oh, that's it. Oh wow, I thought there was gonna be one more page. Sweet. Look at that. Well, that was cool. So we got through the whole thing, and okay, hold on. The most expensive thing we found was, where is it? So the tools. Here we go. Was the 21-inch TV, AM FM radio, and phonograph unit for $459 or $460, which is like $5,000 in today's money, which is crazy. But hey, this was like the best quality thing you could get back then for sure. But however, I will admit, I don't know why, but my favorite thing in this whole thing, and I don't know why, I just think it's very, maybe it just shows my age and how I'm getting older, but like, where are they? They were near the beginning of the men's section. Oh no. Where are they? They're somewhere around here. Here they are. The slipper socks. I don't know why. I don't know why the slipper socks to me are just like really, I don't know, maybe it's just the colors honestly, but just there's something funny about it. That's just like silly, but also kind of like practical. Like I feel like if you got this like today, it would be like a joke gift. But yeah, so that was cool. I think we had however, the problem though was that it took us over 2.5 hours to go through just this one. And I had a whole other one set up because I thought we were going to be able to go through both. Wow. Okay, that's gonna... Gotta remember that for next time. That, maybe we should go through these maybe a little faster. But yeah, but when we stream, so next stream is going to be on Sunday. I'm not going to have time to stream any other time this weekend. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the 60s. We're going to go probably somewhere in like the mid to late 60s and see what we got. And we'll go from there. So that'll be next stream on Sunday. We'll be going through the 60s. Each stream we're going to be going through a different decade. But yeah, so let's go ahead then and let's head back to our Christmas themed office. All right. So yeah, so that's going to do it for today's stream, folks. Thank you guys so much for being here. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed going through some of these catalogs and seeing everything with me. If you're new here, I'm not a professor, but you can call me Nap. I do history research and history-related streams on this channel. So if you want to go ahead, you want to check out some more of these and see when I go live next, make sure you go ahead and follow. I normally stream every Wednesday and Sunday at 5:30 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but sometimes I do guerrilla streams whenever I have time. So, let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, I also have linked down below my YouTube channel and my Twitch. So if you want to go ahead and check those out, you can do that. Let's see. All right, let me see. I'm already kind of like not sure how to go with this because it's been a while since I've streamed. Let's go ahead and let's see, who should we raid? Let's go ahead and let's raid Cassiel. Because funnily enough, she was my she was my most rated person. According to my Twitch recap. So let's go ahead and continue that tradition. Let's go ahead and raid her. All right. Let me go ahead and get the raid message going. That'll be for subscribers, and then this next one will be for followers. All right, so yeah, so that's going to do it for today, folks. Thank you guys so much for being here. This was a lot of fun. So yeah, next stream will be on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to move on. We're going to move a decade forward, and we're going to look at the 60s. When I did this last year, I think I only made it through like the 40s and the 50s. I don't think I ever made it to the 60s, so this will all be officially like new territory and new stuff that I've never seen before. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Yeah, so thank you guys again so much for being here. Hope you have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. All right, have a good night, everybody. Take care.